Okay, come on. It's funny now. There's even the bartender left. There's literally at a sports bar on a Memorial Day weekend. Okay, if it were just this, I can see how this gets up. Like everywhere I want to go. Oh, I just decided to go to a bar. There's nobody here on a Sunday, midday. And granted, maybe if it's football season and they have stuff other than golf, but like everywhere I go, it's like deserted or old people. Nothing against deserted places and old people, but I can't find a single person that. Even if I am an outlier, why wouldn't there be other outliers who just do the same thing and we can find each other? It's like, how is it? Like wherever I go, that's a like bar. It's a brew house. It's Sunday midday. Nobody. Why? And yeah, if it's a one-off. Oh, I went to like midday on a bar, a sports bar on a Sunday. Yeah, if it was college football or regular football, maybe there are more people, and then maybe it's more like, oh, what the fuck? But still, we live in a timeline where you just have to drink to fucking take your mind off things, and it's. Or maybe I'm just alcoholic. There's always a chance I'm an alcoholic, but there's always a chance. This makes no fucking sense. It's fine, but it's a nice place. They have like tons of beer. It's nice. It's the perfect place for people to just like. Why can't there just be one other person who's like, I want to go to a bar today? No, next door there's a fucking restaurant, and it's packed. I can't really do much in a restaurant. I put poison over anywhere I can find, and then when I do get here, okay, it's schizo, but maybe there are two timelines. One with this bar being packed and one with this bar being empty, and when I get here, I get shifted to the timeline where the bar is empty. I leave, and then I get back into the regular timeline. It's schizo, but, like, makes perfect goddamn sense. And theoretically, it's possible in the sense that, fuck it, everything's possible in this bullshit. I mean, when nothing makes sense, you just say nonsense and it makes sense. Or maybe that's wishful thinking and I'll still be like, oh yeah, I get that I get portrayed as the schizo. I'm fine with that because it's funnier. I don't need to be the guy who's like, oh, I'm taking myself so seriously. I don't want people to be like, I'm fine being the schizo. I just don't know where all the other schizos are. Why don't I just find other outliers who are just like, oh, I'll go to a bar. Oh, this person's at the bar. Oh, we're similar enough where... Because it's not like I'm just trying to find somebody who's like, oh yeah, I'm also concerned about the poison and where things are going. Maybe we should, like, I don't know. So I'm just looking for somebody to be like, oh yeah, something happens to me, I'll be your dead man switch, you be my dead man switch of, like, I mean, I have dead man switches, but it's like, I think in this timeline you do need backups to everything. You need redundancy as fuck, everywhere. I don't know. If that's not clear, I do not know. If you see me and you think, oh, this guy knows what's going on, I do not know. I can reverse engineer possibilities based on how fucking weird this is, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm not actually gonna chug, I'm gonna just drink regularly. It's a good IPA. It's a great place. Music's not too loud. TVs, great beer. I get here, nobody's here. And it's like that everywhere. Or I get to a place and it's all old people. And like, census records show, okay, yeah, they're old people, but there should be people my age. And they're just never where I am. And I can't find them. Even places where it's like, I look at Yelp and it's people there that day and they have pictures. And it's like, oh, this is poppin'. And then I get there on the same day at the same time and it's empty. Again, it's not like I only need friends. It's like I'm looking for people who are also concerned about where things are going and compare things and have something that can be like, oh yeah, if this guy just disappears, maybe I'll release stuff. It's fine though. I have to keep going. I have to figure things out. If they want to cheat every fucking turn, I'll do this, I guess. I think in a movie somebody would have like a really strong and powerful quote. It's just like, oh, fuck it. I'll keep going, because fuck them. But it does feel like, what's the point? And it does wear you down when you just try new things and just everything is... like a bar that's 100% empty. And it's a great bar. shuffleboard, or, yeah, shuffleboard, right? Shuffleboard? Music's not loud? I hear it all the time. Why is nobody ever in places I go? Or it's old people who are like 70 and it's like, hey, I'm concerned. I'm gonna give you all this shit. I don't understand how to use a computer. And it's like, maybe not you, but there aren't other options. There are never other options. A sports bar on a Sunday. Nope, that's a terrible idea in this timeline. I can play this out where this bar exists in this timeline, and there's a multi-worlds thing, and in another timeline, all humans died out. And this bar is always empty. So if I don't go, it'll be full. If I do go, they'll just swap out the timeline where there are people, and it's popular. I can find somebody who's aligned with being concerned that we're going to a police state and want to fix or do what we can to help others, and do what we... It's probably going to dystopia regardless, but maybe I can steer it away from the worst version of the dystopia it could go to. Everything I find online is a honeypot, or infiltrated, or purposely a waste of time, or designed to be either a scam, or... Oh yeah, I posted on Up Council that used to be able to be like, oh yeah, you can post a... It wasn't even about gang stalking, it was about the other financial frauds they were doing. I'm not even trying to sue for like everything or bring down anything, it's just like, they're stealing from... They're doing hella fraud on everything, and it's an open and shut case, and I just wanted a quick settlement, because Northwestern Mutual's just trying to rob me. A lawyer would take that case, because all they need to do is send like a few demand letters, and then take a huge percentage, and I'd be fine with that. But no, I posted, and they'll only show... Up Council will only show that post to one attorney who got back to me, who... Then I set up a meeting, and they didn't... I used to go on Up Council, and you could post a job, and then... You could go through their list of attorneys and send that job description or something to all these attorneys who could then like look it over and be like, oh, I'll submit a proposal. Oh, I'm going to skip it. That's fine. They can skip things. That's whatever. Yeah, somehow in this timeline, they switched Up Council. So now you can submit a proposal, but there's no way to contact lawyers and be like, hey, you deal with this for a living. Hey, here's my thing where all I'm looking for is like a few demand letters, and then you could probably take a huge percentage, and I don't care anymore because I just need to, and credit card debt and things are, whatever, contingency or whatever. It's like an open and shut thing. If you did 20%, like considering how much fraud Northwestern Mutual did of like locking me into something, never disclosing that they had changed the policy without telling me, and then not allowing me to find illustrations to show I was open and shut thing. A lawyer would literally get like, I give him 20%. All I need to do is the demand letter or two. Nope, not that. Oh yeah, Northwestern Mutual is, they love scamming. Everything loves scamming this timeline. Everything's designed to scam. Oh, cool, one other person. Happy girl who probably isn't into schizo conspiracy theorists. Which is probably good for her. I'm just looking for like a group of people who be like, hey, are you in conspiracies? Yes? You want to go further down the route? I don't know. All I'm saying is if somebody came up to me, I'd be like, oh, I'm a tree. I know I'm an outlier, but like, am I really this much an outlier? There's not a single person who's like, oh yeah, probably because of the poison they're dropping. It's probably somebody who's like about to come to the bar, and then they drop the poison and they inhale it, and they're like, I'm gonna skip this bar. You know what, I feel like going to a restaurant. Could be it. I mean, all these places have air conditioning, they're dropping so much poison, I'm sure it gets circulated. You gotta keep going. It's annoying. Fairly well-populated area, tons of cars. Is nobody an alcoholic anymore? What are people into? Meth? I'll do meth. At this point, I don't care. It's frustrating. And yeah, I get that it's supposed to be frustrating. But it's still frustrating. Beat down by every... It'd be nice if there were... It's a perfect place, just the music's not loud. You'd think there'd be tons of people and be like, hey, you... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much from a timeline where it's like, oh yeah, sports bars like this are always packed. Meanwhile, I'm the only person. Except for one girl who's probably not like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, this guy's hitting on me. Hey, are you into conspiracy theories? What did... Yeah. Maybe I'm asking too much by assuming there'd be at least some outliers like me who would just go to a bar on a Sunday and be like, Oh, you're into conspiracies? Oh, I am too. Oh, you're being poisoned? I am too. Let's share notes. They don't let you like build any communities or have any outside resources or find people. And people you can't find are all honeypots or infiltrated or designed to waste your time. Not even saying they're agents or feds or anything. They're just, I'm sure the poison probably does something to them. It does something to me too. It gives me a crazy headache and I lose track of time and forget to do things, redo the same things I've done before and forget that about them and then just redo them again. And I'm just recording and it's a well-constructed dystopia, but granted, it's easy to construct something when you can just do fraud and felonies every turn. Oh, how do you want to construct this? Do you want to be really clever and just create these very elaborate, intricate rabbit holes that you can funnel people down and then they are tricked into wasting their own time? No, it's just poison them and then not allow them to find anything. It's a strategy, it works, it's just cowardly as shit. But I guess if the ends justify the means of, like, the ends being, oh yeah, we have a parasitic infection and think we go down this path and win, even though parasites always can throw everybody in the bus. Even the people at the top. And elites isn't the right term. Elites is the term that they chose to call themselves. I mean, I get this timeline isn't real, but can't you just pretend? Can't you just send agents in who are like feds who are just trying to like gaslight me? I'll talk to feds, I don't care. I assume most people, like, well, all the people I find are feds online. Most. Unless I take a lot of side paths, then I can find, and even then it's whatever. I'm recording this just in the event that maybe this gets seeded out to others who are come after me. And by come after me, I mean who are in this timeline after I get brutally murdered or whatever happens to be. Maybe it helps them, or maybe it gets seeded to a timeline where this hasn't happened yet, and it helps them. I don't really care what happens to me, because when you've assumed you'll be brutally murdered for so long, it's funny that you're not brutally murdered to the point where it's just, you kind of don't care. It's the quantum theory of you're brutally murdered all the time, but the timeline you're not brutally murdered in, you just keep going, and it could be in that. In which case, it'd be kind of funny if you did a montage of all the brutally murders over me. It's not funny. Actually, that actually is a little sad. It's hilarious to me still. I don't care. If they want me to be mad and frustrated, I'll find it hilarious how stupid and absurd this timeline is. Don't give them the satisfaction. Memorial Day weekend. On a Sunday. Midday. In a great bar. In like a brew house. With 10 beers on tap. Great atmosphere. I would say sports on TV, but it's just golf. Which is still fine. Where are the alcoholics at? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Well, somebody almost came in and then left. I guess that's funny to me. I don't know. I don't know where to go next. Wherever I go, it'll be empty or filled with old people. Gorgeous. Even if I'm an outlier, where are the other outliers? Just who are like, yeah, I see where this is going. I see how we're being poisoned so much. You're onto some shit, I'm onto some shit. We're working on different branches of the same pattern. We compare things, we find solutions, we help others. Not just me in a sports bar on a Sunday in a great bar where you'd think there'd be like 60 people. And I'm the only one other than the bartender, and now they're gone too. Okay, it's funny. It's funny again. I enjoy this again. Fuck it. Don't give them the satisfaction of hating this. Oh yeah, also, I'm saying this very loudly. Fuck it, I'll be the schizo in the bar. It's funnier to me. 5/24/2026. Theoretically, based on my banking, I'm actually too close to being homeless. Yeah. I think you can actually go further as a homeless person, because you can go full schizo if you're homeless. Just be the guy in the street with the sign of like, Jesus saves. Just be like, hey, we should worry about microplastics more and what they're doing to people. Okay, come on, it's funny now. There's even the bartender left. There's literally, yeah, on a Sunday at a sports bar on a Memorial Day weekend. It's funny, don't give them the satisfaction of being mad. Where do I go next? Wherever I go, it'll be either old people or empty. I'll even take feds. I'll take feds. Why can't a fed come in here and try to gaslight me or entrap me? I'll talk to you. I don't care. I'm down. Just send in a fed. You know I'm here. Send in somebody who, like, I think I'm aligned with and they waste my time. That would be funny. Oh. Bought some hot sauce from this place. This bar is great, by the way, aside from the no people thing. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm almost out of storage space. It says I have 27 minutes left. Right over the bar. Not to mention the air conditioner's on, so I'm sure it... Oh, if you're in this timeline, you have an air conditioner, don't run it. If you do have an air conditioner and run it through like 6 different air filters. Somebody needs to look into how to best protect oneself from being poisoned and hive-minded, because they do that a lot with people. Again, I don't know my role in this. They make it impossible for me to know my role in this. Make it impossible for me to find people. They poison me a lot. Like, that's anywhere I go, there's poison. And then wherever I'm at, they have to... What's with all the fucking X's? I swear, is this an Elon thing? Dude, they do not need to do X patterns. Is this like an Easter egg? I don't know. Considering how stupid this timeline is, yeah, I wouldn't put it past it to be that. And they're doing more poison right above. That doesn't make sense. I'm poisoned all the fucking time. However, when I'm in public, they'll rig it so I can't... There's nobody I can find that's useful, but theoretically, if they know exactly where I parked and I have stuff, nobody breaks into stuff. Like, it's a data point. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, yeah. I think my car is weirdly, easy to spot. Especially considering I have a Cease Your Investigations thing. And then also a Cease Your Investigations. Hey, drone. CC Cloud people. Ask yourself this. Have I ceased my investigations? Yes. Good. You are a valued and moral member of society. No. Cease your investigations. Back to the top. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm not even making... Because what's the point anymore? Yes, if I play this out like it's a normal timeline, it's, oh, you want to be, you want to be under the radar, you want to be careful that they don't... No, they just know where I am and poison me. Meanwhile, I tell them to cease their investigations and they don't. And apparently that's our this whole fucking thing. Oh yeah, that's more poison. Oh yeah, that's also... Yeah, there are no more clouds that exist in this timeline. It's literally all fucking poison. And if I told somebody this, they'd be unbothered by it. Probably because they are being poisoned like me. Which again is kind of a funny... I don't think you call it a juxtaposition, but like a... It's ironic. Because the poison is causing them not to care about being poisoned. Meanwhile, I say, shouldn't we be concerned about being poisoned? They're like, you're acting crazy. It's funny in like a dark way, but it's also stupid in a stupid way. Which is kind of funny in a stupid way. Or whatever, because I'm also gaslit and poisoned, so who the fuck knows? Maybe everybody else is right. And then also, I'm guessing they might edit this footage to just have it a blue sky. They'll just superimpose a blue sky. So now it looks like I'm crazy. But like, look at all these chemtrails. Meanwhile, the people I talk to are like, there are no chemtrails. Meanwhile, they did an overlay on top of this to be like, have no chemtrails. And then it's like, oh, this guy schizo. Meanwhile, I'm oddly, potentially right, unless, this is for sure a lot of kit. Which again... we're all not mad about. I don't care about your politics, like, shouldn't, regardless of that, we all should care about the, mass amounts of poisoning no matter where I am, because this gets rolled out to others, probably. Oh yeah, that new poisoning. I mean, I'm glad you have job security of I guess that's cool. You have moral... Oh, and a 5G tower that they... Yep. Yeah, 5G towers mixed with poison, I'm sure, to get us. Oh, do you ever... You guys don't pay attention to the fucking CC. They're either illiterate or very goddamn disrespectful toward my signs. You're on notice that I have asked to you guys to cease your investigations. Me more, and I assume do more investigations. We live in a dynamic I don't agree with, if it isn't clear, but, oh yeah, no, also, it's kind of funny how there's so many cars, and I'm just a crazy guy, like, filming this, and saying this all very loudly where people can hear me. This timeline's weird, but at least it's stupid and weird, rather than being, like, nah, it probably gets pretty dystopic and stupid and weird. Pretty goddamn soon. I'm gonna run out of storage space in 27 minutes, because of course I will. Granted, I have tons of storage space, but they purposely bloat all my files so that it's like, they don't cease their investigations for shit. Are they flying something new over? I do find it funny how there are so many cars, and I'm like literally just yelling. And they stop spawning people into the parking lot. Like, that's the crazy part. There's so many cars here. There's an Ace right nearby. You expect, okay, maybe on average people are an Ace for 20 minutes. There are this many cars. There should be like a lot of people leaving. They just stop spawning people into the parking lot, so I can just, I mean, I guess I appreciate that I can in peace do some schizo stuff. If I just stand in traffic with like a sign that'd be like, oh, we should all be concerned about being poisoned, and then them putting microplastics and everything, because that's way more important than we're being told. Well, they just stop spawning people into that intersection. I mean, I do risk getting committed, and that's kind of a important thing I don't want to, because they are the cowards who are like, oh yeah, we know exactly what's happening. This guy's correct, but he doesn't have enough to prove. I do, but, and that's why you always have dead man switches. So if you don't check in a certain amount of time, it's release stuff that kind of backs you up. And you never say it on camera of what you're doing or where they might be, because you cannot risk that. Again, I've been in this parking lot for like 20 minutes. Not a single fucking person has come to their car to leave. Again, if you think, okay, maybe somebody spends 30 minutes in a restaurant and restaurant's full, it should be like a bunch of people. There's literally been nobody who's left in this parking lot. All right, whatever. Oh, you're eating more chemtrails, Cessna, huh? Cool, let me just inhale more of the poison you've dropped over me, because everywhere I go there's poison dropped over me. And I'll lose track of a bunch of time. I will get back into the old habits that I've broken about playing video games or just wasting time on YouTube videos I've already seen that I just don't care about, but I think I care about, or I'm doing something because they're poisoning me. And microplastics, which are more important than we're being told, but whatever. Also, I think if AI sessions just go through this and only take transcripts, you can get stuff past. If you say things loudly, maybe it gets your point across with more emphasis, but then if there's a transcript, like an AI transcript that it works off of, it doesn't realize that you're being loud and stuff, and that actually puts emphasis on certain points you're making, so it will de-emphasize those. Meanwhile, people are all on the same fucking side. Everybody's hive-minded. Myself, I'm not hive-minded, but I am poisoned to the extent where I'm just acting ridiculous. Very retarded. Oh, in this timeline, we just stopped caring about, because I know we were politically correct about retarded. We don't care about that anymore in this timeline, which is fine. It's actually kind of better. But I just want to clear that up in case this goes to a different timeline. Say, is being this, no, we just don't care about these things. Yeah, I'm gonna inhale more. I gotta go because they've poisoned this area too much. And if I do AC, which I kind of want to do considering it's 95 degrees in this fucking car, but I'll be inhaling more of the fucking poison that they're dropping on me. What's next there? There's stuff there. There's a new one there. There's stuff right above. And again, these pricks don't honor the goddamn sign. I mean, they never do, so it's not like a, oh, I'm surprised by this. It's more like a, you assholes, just... And then, I don't know if you saw, I don't know. Good, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Alright, went to a bar last time. Completely dead. Weird for Sunday, but I'm sure this one will be different. And just so people know I'm not cherry picking, I will normally I'm a cheerful, happy-go-lucky sort of guy. And I still am. I fucking love it here, and I'm not a threat to myself or others out of spite. Occasionally feels like they poison every single place I'm at. Literally everywhere. And because it's hot enough, everybody's running air conditioning, so I'm sure even if I'm inside, I hate being a downer. I'm usually a live and let live kind of person. They're a live and try and poison this person type people, or whatever they are. And I don't mean to disparage anybody's hobbies. Having said that, maybe their hobbies can be not poisoning me everywhere I'm at. Now, I know I'm asking a lot of, like, not flying stuff directly over me to poison me, which in this timeline is asking far too much. You have to start slowly by, like, hey, can you poison me 10% less? Hey, what do you think about 20% less? Rather than stop fucking poisoning. They don't respond well to asking not to be poisoned. Everywhere I go. And the thing is, they're blue skies in a lot of places. Not over my head ever anymore. Why am I this much an outlier? Because even if I was 1 in 1,000, I'd still see. I'm not saying solipsism, I'm not saying I'm the only one. What I am saying is, I guess I'm glad there are not more people being poisoned and shit, but like, and again, I'm not saying it's all me. Maybe I think it's a spectrum. I'm on the side of the spectrum that's like poisoned at all times. Other people are like, just see what they do. I think there's a Venn diagram. I overlap with both poison, surveillance, nanotech, targeted energy weaponry, and other stuff. If you're an outlier and you're kind of fighting against not even the system, because the system is good. The parasites hijack the system I'm fighting against. The system is theoretically good, which I think does give you protections when you frame it that way. Because if we exist in a system and you're acting on the best interests of the system, you're not fighting against the system. You're fighting against a parasite that has hijacked pathways in the system to the point where it's taken over. If you're in a similar situation, and again, everybody can conceptualize it however they like, I think conceptually it gives you the most protections. If we exist in a system, don't fight the system. Because the system along with everything else will destroy you. If we exist in a system and you're working on behalf of the system, and there's a very evil parasite that has hijacked parts of the system, and you're fighting against a parasite that's working on behalf of the system as a helper T-cell, basically, I think you gain protections from that. Not protection against being poisoned or, I don't know, maybe they delay the brutal murder part. Sometimes maybe that's all you can hope for. But I looked up the life cycle of a helper T-cell, because I do believe I am part of the immune system of the system that we all exist in. And we all are supposed to be fighting on behalf of the system, but parasites have basically hive-minded a good chunk of people, especially the billionaires and the others who probably, when you reach a certain point of wealth, fame, attention, generational wealth, power, that sort of thing. I think your brain upregulates something that a parasite can mind to and hive mind people to do the fucked up stuff. Like hive mind people who are in control of our food supply, just add microplastics to everything which benefits the parasite. Or hedge fund managers to buy shit and make it worse to benefit the parasite. If you're in a similar situation, work on behalf of the system. Don't fight the system. Fight the parasite that's hijacked the system. Don't take my word for it, because I'm heavily poisoned and gaslit at nanotech and Havana Syndrome. And I'm also still just guessing. But I think protections are given if you are a helper T cell, working on behalf of the system, to find ways to build antibodies against this parasite. Does the parasite get you in the end, or whatever else get you in the end? Probably. You probably get brutally murdered. That's not funny if it happened to other people, it's not funny. If it happens to me, it's funny because I just kind of don't care. Work on behalf of the system. I think you get extra protections. In between doing things and then brutally murdered, but that middle part might be interesting. Oh yeah, and then if you don't care about your survival and think it's funny, I think it ruins a ritual so they can't murder you as often. Cheers to the schizos out here who, again, I think if you just play this out as schizo, you could just propose this shit. If you do it seriously like Whistleblower, you get got. Play it out as just happy-go-lucky schizo. They try and have you committed all the goddamn time, and they poison you all the goddamn time. But in between that, you can just enjoy yourself, or not. I don't know. It'd be nice to be told anything or find anybody who's in the same situation, but they purposely work very diligently and illegally to make that difficult. This gets seed out to other people in a similar situation. Maybe those who come after me, and you're relying on me for advice. You're not fucked, but there should be better options. Again, I'm just guessing on these things. I think I'll be right about a good chunk, but don't take that as confirmation bias. Or no, not confirmation. Appeal to authority. I'm not an authority on anything. I reverse engineer things. I still could be wrong. I reverse engineer things based on suppression, other things to create probabilities. And from there, I propose things. So even if I'm wrong, I'm probably on the same pattern, but a different branch of the same pattern. So don't do appeal to authority. Just because I'm right about a couple things doesn't mean I'm right about everything. Always question everything. Question me. I don't believe a single goddamn thing I say, a single thought I have, a single opinion, a single memory. Or no, I believe it, but I'm always questioning it and rigorously trying to disprove it. Right now, I believe I'm saying everything correctly. If something comes up that changes things, I am willing to change my opinion at any given time. Because that's the thing. When you get so dug in, that's when things can get bad. Oh yeah, things can also get bad at all other times too, so that sucks. But when you're willing to ruthlessly try to disprove every single thing at all times, they do be trying to poison a lot. They have a bad habit of that. Ask yourself this question, regardless of your belief system or anything else. If you're willing to challenge those beliefs, if you want to double down, never challenge it, that's fine. If you are willing to challenge it, ask yourself this question. What would my enemy need me to believe so that they can keep winning? You can change out enemy for what would they need me to believe so that they can keep winning. Ask yourself that about your side. Or your thoughts or anything. Because that's the thing, when you start questioning that, it's not a political thing, it's not a right or left thing, it's anything that's telling you stuff, whether it be a politician, whether it be a billionaire, whether it be a podcaster, whether it be the news. What would they need you to believe so that they can keep winning? Many times if you ask yourself that and you're willing to actually be able to accept that the answer might not be what you like. And again, even if the answer is not what you like, that doesn't mean you need to agree with the other side. You can hate both sides. I hate both sides. I don't trust both sides. I don't trust anything, myself included. It's a destabilizing way to live. But oh yeah, and they poison you more if you do that. So maybe that's not great advice. But if you're willing to accept that the ones telling you things, even if it's not like them knowingly doing it, because I'm not saying they're all in on it. I'm a little bit distracted, but my short-term memory is shit, so I don't remember what I said. But if you're willing to accept that everything you hear probably has an agenda, and if you're willing to prove yourself wrong, you don't need to agree with the other side. You can hate both sides, or you can just stop caring about an issue. Everybody thinks they need to have an opinion about everything. You don't. You can just not care. People seem to not realize you can just not care about issues. Oh, I'm told I care about this. Oh, I'm told I hate the other side. Oh, it doesn't affect me. Fuck it, I do not care. They can manipulate you more and tribalize you more if you believe you need to care about everything. You disagreeing with your own side doesn't mean you have to side with the other person. You can just don't care about an issue. They hate that. They hate that more than anything when you just don't care. When they spend so much time trying to convince you to care about something that theoretically doesn't even affect you, and care enough to hate the other side, who cares about things that don't affect them either. That's how they win. You can just not have an opinion. Your side can have an opinion. First of all, there are no sides. Two-party system is the same. It's designed to make you tribal, to pick one and hate the other. Which evolutionarily, yes, there was a point to that when you had a tribe that wanted to kill you and you had to work on behalf of the tribe, and then they just tapped into that pathway. Not to mention then poisoning the food supply, adding microplastics to everything. Microplastics being thousands of times more important than we're being told. We just all kind of shrug it off because we're being poisoned by everything. We just gotten to a point where we just don't care. Not to mention that they hive mind and 5G everybody to just take that off the map of things to care about because it benefits a parasite. What would they need you to believe so that they can keep winning? They would need you to believe that you shouldn't care about microplastics. And yes, I am singling out microplastics specifically because that's the most important fucking one. You might think, I don't hear about it. You might caring about microplastics too much, so it doesn't. No, that's because they take it off the fucking map. If you want to go off the map, you can find the things they don't want you to find.
Shut up. Just Alexis?
Oh yeah, it does lead to you being poisoned more, so that's a bummer. But what are you gonna do? It's weird how there's like blue skies over there, poison right above. Theoretically, if everybody woke up at the same time, they probably don't have enough resources to poison everybody at once. We live in a weird timeline where this is actually a valid thing to say, and let's get something you think. I find joy in how stupid it is that what I'm saying is not that stupid. You'll be brutally murdered at some point, but until then, it's hilarious. Alright, you won't be brutally murdered because you say you're going to be brutally murdered so much that it ruins a ritual where if they do brutally murder you, it's like, well, yeah, but he said he was going to be brutally murdered so often that it kind of doesn't work. I'm just guessing. I'm just saying some shit. Don't trust me at all. Don't trust anybody at all. Don't trust your own thoughts. If you don't think they can control your own thoughts. That's how they get you. Do not trust it. Or you can trust your own thoughts, but be willing to question them, be willing to ruthlessly attempt to disprove them. If you believe you're a truth seeker would attempt to disprove every single thing they believe just as hard as they would try to disprove everything everybody else believes. Your side and other sides. You're told and trained not to. Oh yeah, but then they do poison you more, so it's like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this goes out to somebody in a different timeline. In which case, congratulations. You probably don't have to deal with this as much. I'll play out all the possibilities. I'll throw up all the Hail Marys. Maybe. Theoretically. Theoretically, quantum mechanics cannot disprove. And anything I cannot falsify or disprove, I'll play out. Theoretically. Especially since everybody in this timeline feels like time's just speeding up. Oh, it's this month already? It feels like it's just been a few days. I can play out where our timeline is speeding up. Other timelines are at regular speed. And our mission is to warn the past timelines, or timelines that come after us, of what's to come. I still could be wrong. I'm not saying, oh, I'm 100% right. I'm probably not. But that's how I play things out. Everybody loves buying loud cars and being loud sometimes. I would say legal, but I don't think the cars should pass any... Whatever. I think I should get out of here. I've already absorbed so much poison. I think all my neurotransmitters are so... there's a dog that looks awesome. Still find joy in things, even if you shouldn't.
Especially if he should, because it pisses him off. That dog is awesome.
No way.
Look at that one.
13 years?
They want you to hate things. Things like being poisoned. But I'm backing up to the point where I last remember saying some shit that's probably wrong. Again, question me as much as you should question yourself. Having said that, I want to hive mind everyone. I don't even think they care if you're Republican or Democrat. They just want you to hate the other side. Hate them. They hate that. But again, yeah, they poison you. Hate the. I was going to say hate the system. And that's a default to thinking that we're in a system. Hate the parasite that's hijacked the system and turned it into wherever we are. Because that's closer to reality. We exist in a system. I can't tell if that system is good. It could just as easily be that system is completely neutral, not evil or good. But nonetheless, to work on behalf of the system. Look into biology. Look into a helper T cell. Helper T cell identifies problems. Theoretically, it's supposed to do some bullshit and then, create antibodies and pass it along to something which fixes things. I don't know what to pass it on to, so I just kind of record it with a phone. Don't know what the fuck that does. If anything. But exist on behalf of the system. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, and both, if you still identify as either, they've got you. Theoretically, you should question both sides. You make up your opinion issue by issue, and I guarantee there's gray area you fall into. They'll tell you it's black and white. It's always fucking gray. And you can also just not care about anything, which is theoretically the most correct. Assuming, yeah, there are some issues you should care deeply about. Most, you should just say, yeah, it doesn't affect me, fuck it. But they lose. What would your enemy need you to believe so that they can keep winning? They would need you to believe that you care about an issue that doesn't affect you. Oh, but this affects some hypothetical thing that doesn't. They got you. Whether you're right or left. And yes, there are theoretical issues you should care deeply about. The ones they will push on you. Oh no, I'm at a bar right now. I went to the bar thinking, it's Sunday. People go to sports bars sometimes. Nobody's ever at any place I go to, and if they are, it's people over 70. Even though census demographics say they're and I'm just looking for people who are also the type who are like, I don't give a fuck about science, but I don't like where things are going. They love finding ways to create scenarios where you have complete solitude. Fight against that the same way you should fight against wear a mask at all times. I swear to fucking God, of all the psyops involved with COVID, and I'm not saying this is the only one, there are tons. The biggest, one of the biggest ones, was to create fucking stigma about wearing a mask. If you're wearing a mask, oh, you pussy, you're buying into the government. Meanwhile, the government's trying to poison you, and they've made it so that you think wearing a mask means that you're conforming. Meanwhile, the government's trying to poison you. If you wear a mask, you'd be anti-government. If you're trying to rebel against the government, and yeah, don't get me wrong, the whole mask thing was... But now, when there's literally poison over you, over me, but I assume this turns into poison over everybody who doesn't conform in certain ways. If you want to say fuck them, and by them, I'm not talking about who's in power at the moment. I'm saying them as in the government and whoever's actually controlling the government. If you want to say fuck it to the deep state, they can go fuck themselves. Wear the mask. Seriously. Oh, but I have to, if I wear a mask, then I'm conforming. No, you just don't want to be fucking poisoned. The whole fucking point of that aspect of the PSYOP was so you would associate anybody who wears a mask as, oh, you're a coward. Oh, you really buy into this conspiracy. Ah, you're dumb. No, they did that so you would associate that so that when they do poison you, you won't wear a mask and you'll absorb the poison. If you don't want to be poisoned, I don't know. Everybody can do whatever they want. I'm a firm believer of that. Oh yeah, and then also I'm not wearing a mask, so I could see the counter argument being like, oh, he's not wearing a mask. Yeah, it's because I'm dumb. And I also think I've been so poisoned that they can't poison me anymore because it's already at peak amount of receptors that don't do what I do. don't agree with whatever I say, just instinctively, I'm almost definitely wrong about everything. Having said that, if I took my own advice, theoretically I should. Somebody should invent a mask where you could also just drink beer. I guess you could drink through a straw, but it's kind of weird. Normalize drinking beer through a straw. How about that? If that's my legacy, fuck it. At least that's stupid enough for me to be fine with. Oh, that dog is awesome. I think we should all agree that dog is fucking great. You know what I noticed? Because, yeah, this is a pint. And this is a pint. But theoretically, when they pour beers, they don't pour it to the very fucking top. They're not giving you a full pint. You're paying for a full pint. I'm just saying, in this timeline, everything has to be... Because if you're paying for a full pint, why wouldn't they give you, like, another quarter inch so that people could... Because when was the last time you got a pint that's right to the top? Theoretically, it's a pint glass. I don't know. I'm only pointing that out because everything feels like it's a version of itself where it's just kind of trying to rip you off a little bit. At all times. And this is a microcosm, I don't give a fuck, but nobody fills it up right here. Or maybe they do, but there's foam and then it settles. They could just make this 18 ounces and then it's understood that when it settles. It's not the point, but it's the point that everything feels like it's trying to rip you off at all times. Oh, you're paying for a pint. Once the foam settles, 14 ounces. It's a microcosm. Because, you know, this is theoretically fine. It doesn't violate anything. But it's just... See what happens if you send a beer back because it's not at the actual height. Like, a bartender couldn't even... And they're poisoning me more, but actually, weirdly, they haven't sent new things over, although those are settling pretty quick. And they might just be like, we're not going to waste more poison because we have to poison him more tomorrow. Find joy... Not even joy. Just don't give them what they're looking for, which is anger. Find it. Not joy in the absurdity, but just like... I don't know. Not the point. Oh yeah, and by the way, I completely forgot what the fucking point was. Don't rely on me for anything. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I just reverse engineer things, and I know I would look like a schizo, and if I didn't have, like, the data point of them always poisoning me at all times, I would think, oh yeah, maybe I'm schizo. But it's like, if you're going to dedicate this amount of resources to poisoning and surveilling me, I play a role above what I know. And they purposely make it impossible for me to know what that role is. Kind of bullshit, but whatever. Hell yeah. Belgian style. I don't know why I would be wasting time on trying to promote a beer that's I like. Belgian style wheat beer? Highland can? Yeah, fuck it. This whole video is stupid anyway. Yeah, you get this beer. It's pretty good. I don't usually get wheat beer. I usually get IPA or hazy IPA. But it's good beer. Well, I went out and thought maybe I would run into something everywhere I go. It's old people. It's empty bars. It's... Where are people? I've looked at the census of where I'm at. There are people my age. I can't find anybody. It's whatever. It is what it is. I keep going, but it's a data point. And I keep going. And I'm also going to run out of storage space in, according to this, 14 minutes more of recording, so. Oh yeah, it's not 14 minutes. It's because they artificially bloat every single file, so I've run out of space, so I have to spend a bunch of time compressing files they shouldn't even have to do, because that's how they get you. It's a fucked up timeline. I guess it's a continuation. So yeah, when you learn about cloud formations in school, you're usually like, cumulus and then whatever the other 4 or 5 are. Now you learn Oh yeah, they're trying to poison you with this stuff. They make it obvious on purpose, because honestly, that's kind of where I'm at these days. It's also interesting how even at the bike, just so, man. Like, do they think they're hiding? Is this... God damn. Yeah, cool, that one. And that one. And that one. It's weird how when I got home there were blue skies. That didn't last too long. I would say I'm surprised, even though I'm not. I would also say I'm surprised that my neighbor has not come outside. When I'm recording though, which is weird. Because when I'm not recording, he comes outside all the time and tries to gaslight me. Yeah, we have fun here. I'm fine being called schizo or psychotic, but I am not a threat to self or others. And again, I would leave everybody alone if they all left me alone. I'm under the weird impression that I almost feel like I've inhaled so much poison that there's a diminishing return that happens after a while. What you gonna do, SUV? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna park there? Or are you gonna... Oh! Mad respect, bro. Usually he pretends to park there. That's interesting, actually. Because that actually proves that they will park in the same place if they want to. Interesting, because they usually park those cars there, and also I'm saying this as slowly as I can. Because I mean, they obviously can hear me. They could, like, say something about it. They don't do that, though. They just pretend like that's a normal thing to just live there. But then always park right next to my house. Still leaf blow, even though there are no leaves. Just they re-air slides all the chemtrails that have settled. Oh yeah, but then if you ask him about it, he claims, yeah, and he just walks around all the time without shoes, even though he never has. It's almost like you could just do that once to make it like more plausible thing. That though, it's almost like he doesn't even. I mean, you always commit to the bit. That's the thing. Yeah, cool. The exact same car that just went down cul-de-sac to the one-way street. Went down there, turned around, and then... Just, can't you do me the courtesy of making it plausible that I'm out of my mind rather than just making it so goddamn obvious that you guys are spying on me? Because that's the thing, just walk around once without your shoes so that you can say, oh, I need to leaf blow because I don't wear shoes. It's that simple. It's not difficult to gaslight me, you guys are just terrible at it. You are good at poisoning me though. Not that it's all that difficult to do is poison me. Well, you can't do. Like, Squirrel's awesome. Come on, Squirrel, you got this. I'm rooting for you. Because you don't turn on your own kind and try and sell them out and murder them because you're gaslit by a parasite into thinking that's your correct play. Well, theoretically you don't. I don't know enough about you, Squirrel. Either way, I root for anything that doesn't try to destroy some kind because it's dumb. Hell yeah. And it's kind of crazy how bad they are at finding the large peanuts that they see me throw at them. That's chill though. Can do whatever. It's weird that nobody was making any sounds when I came outside, and then I go inside. Now you idle your car. It's also weird that you just have your garage door mostly down, because you're gonna get carbon monoxide poisoning. At least put your garage door up. You're gonna inhale too much carbon monoxide. I think they're told that they shouldn't care about getting carbon monoxide poisoning. Meanwhile, oddly, and don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck about any of these people, but also I find it funny that I have their best interests at heart. Meanwhile, the people doing this are trying to give them carbon monoxide poisoning. I find that funny. But all right. Oh yeah, it becomes a weird timeline when sometimes you try and help the gang stalkers because it's funny that they're told to get carbon monoxide poisoning. Meanwhile, you tell them stop getting carbon monoxide poisoning, and somehow you're the bad guy. It be what it be. Well, the people who they can't figure out if they're supposed to go straight or uh-oh, what are you doing? You can't figure it out, can you? Yeah, they were put in a weird situation where they saw me recording and they couldn't decide if they're supposed to pretend like they live over there or just take a right. Theoretically, they should have taken a right because this does dead end. To each their own. I don't know. I respect them. They got their own shit going on. At least they waved to me. Nothing at all weird about just going to a dead end. Am I not supposed to notice or point it out? Am I just supposed to am I not supposed to break the fourth wall? Theoretically, I wouldn't break the fourth wall if you guys are better. If you're not going to do covert surveillance, I'm going to break the fourth wall. If you want to park in front of the same house every time and have some form of plausible deniability, maybe I'll stop doing it. I don't know. I can see how it's still my fault for being like, this is dumb, when I should just be like, I guess I'm supposed to pretend like this isn't dumb. But also, if this wasn't dumb, I wouldn't be in a position to do either. So I guess it's still my fault, but it's stupid I'm put in this position, I guess. Having said that, I don't even care. Unless I'm supposed to care, in which case, I don't care still. Because fuck it. I don't know. Also, I'm inhaling poison and I shouldn't, so... Why are they flying over this time? Sounds like a piece of shit Cessna. Do a hot air balloon. Poison me from a hot air balloon. At least that's funny. You have hot air balloons. Or just go to a museum, get a really old, interesting fucking plane, strap it with a bunch of poison and fly it over. That would be funny. Do something different or clever or funny. They never do anything funny or different or clever. Just poison me with the same things. Not trying to sound ungrateful, but maybe poison me with something more interesting. Also not to sound ungrateful, but maybe don't poison me in the first fucking place. I shouldn't even be outside. There's too much poison. Oh yeah, if you're in a similar situation, that sucks for you, because this sucks for me. It sucks for everyone, because everybody's fucked here. Also, you shouldn't inhale much poison. I think I do, but I also think the poison doesn't affect me as much because I've gained an immunity because of a few months worth of poisoning. Which is both funny and also fucked up. It's legitimately funny though, so fuck it. Am I the only one that thinks, wow, a pressure washer doesn't need to be that loud? Not even close. They literally just buy the loudest thing. Everybody has to pressure wash stuff as loudly as they can. Or do gutter cleaning as loudly as possible. You know, with decibel levels that far exceed what is needed for a fucking whatever. Or my direct neighbor needs to use his leaf blower. There are no leaves or any debris, but he just needs to do a leaf blower when I'm outside. Oh yeah, that's right. It's probably because of all the chemtrails. Because when they drop, they settle to the ground, and then they're inert. They don't do a fucking thing. But if somebody's just out there with a leaf blower, re-aerosolizing it, How are you doing, Bobby?
Good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Just enjoying a nice day.
Yeah.
Have a good day, man.
Maybe it's me being stupid by documenting it, even though it's like, who cares at this point? A valid, very, very valid criticism, but nonetheless. Am I the weird? Does anybody else pressure wash a driveway that is not dirty other than... You could just clean it with a regular hose, right? Everybody's just allowed to do whatever. I'm allowed to notice whatever. Sometimes, at least. Whatever. I'm done. I've wasted enough of my time and the time of everybody else. Well, that person's just still in their car. That's fine. It's just as a one-off thing. Okay, fine. Somebody's just parked in and just sits in their car. Okay. Another one-off thing. Oh, some neighbor's just being weird and has OCD and just leaf blows when I'm outside for no reason. That's a one-off. Oh, there just need to be as many goddamn repair. Oh, I'm an electrician repair person. Now I need to do a very loud job today and then come back every subsequent day and do the exact same thing. Or pressure wash a driveway that doesn't need to. I don't know. There comes a point at which it's my fault for noticing. Or, more specifically, my fault for not shutting the fuck up about it. Oh, cool. The exact same truck that just drove that way and then drove back that way. Cool. Maybe it's my fault for noticing. I've proposed it before, but maybe literally it's that Japanese thing where they put a bunch of people with Alzheimer's together and then pretend like it's that normal place. So they're all just doing things that they think are normal. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm the suspicious Alzheimer's one. I'm like, I don't trust these other Alzheimer's people. That could be funny. That's right over my house. Of course it is. Because it always is. We could have a conversation. Or we could have a you poisoning me like a coward. I wonder which one they will pick. Who knows? It was a beautiful sunny day, and then I recorded some stuff they didn't like. You know, warning people of how bullshit this timeline is. And can't have that, because that's illegal somehow. It wouldn't be if we had free speech, but that's... it's almost as funny as being brutally murdered. I played the fuck out, though. That car, the spy Tesla, and then that. Oh yeah, no, we're Tesla. We're just using all these sensors and cameras only for driving, and most definitely not recording every single thing. It's a weird timeline. I would argue a bad timeline, but I'm more of an outlier in thinking it's a bad timeline. Oh yeah, and then sent to where they had to quote-unquote fix my meter, which wasn't broken. They claim that they had to fix it because this wire didn't exist. I don't see why there had to be a wire. I most definitely did not consent to that. This timeline is very much a... it's corrupt. We live in a corrupt timeline. I think of it as a branch of a dead timeline. That's split off from the normal timeline. It just is allowed to go to shit. Or it goes to shit regardless of what happens. So it's just then it has to play out. Huh. Nothing weird. Flying over. I wonder if they're like, goddamn, we're so creative in doing all these new things. Meanwhile, it's like, you added an extra plane from the two you've flown over before. Good for you. I still don't see why you can't do anything funnier, like a hot air balloon or something. Dump chemtrails from hot air balloons. And that's not me consenting this. This is me understanding you'll fucking do it anyway. At least it's different, I guess. I don't know. Does this relate to my wanted level, like in GTA? There were 3 planes flying over. It's just like,
What, 3 stars?